Welcome back, students. We are going to continue with our chapter which is called Acids, Bases and Salts. We had learned about acids, bases and a brief note about indicators in our previous video. In this video, we will learn about the rest of the indicators and more so. So, we are going to see a lot of colorful reactions taking place. So, let us get forward and continue with our chapter which is called Acids, Bases and Salts. So remember, I had asked you a question and asked you to fill up an observation table. Now there are certain solutions given in this table which contains the answer to most of the questions put forward in the previous activity that I told you to write down in the comment section. You can check your answers with this table. There are certain more examples given for your better understanding. So look forward and find your answer. You can pause, you can take a screenshot and you can learn more about this. Let us move forward. Proceed. The next natural indicator that we are going to learn about is turmeric or haldi. Everybody has seen this. Everybody has turmeric in their own households. Now turmeric is also used as another natural indicator. Turmeric is also a naturally occurring substance. It is of yellow color. We all know that. Now it turns into red when dipped into basic solution and it does not change color in acidic solution. Now how will you know how to use turmeric as an indicator? You can take a strip of filter paper and you can rub turmeric on both ends, and when it dries you can use that as an indicator. It is nothing more than that. So let's have a look at some of the test solutions and their effect on litmus paper and their effect on turmeric paper. Now lemon juice we know is an acid. So it turns blue litmus red, but in case of turmeric paper it remains yellow. That is, it does not change its color. Vinegar is also an acid. It turns blue litmus red and it also remains yellow because it is also an acidic solution. Third is soap solution. Now we know soap solution is basic in nature. It turns red litmus blue and turns the yellow litmus paper reddish brown. And milk of magnesia, it turns red litmus blue since it's also a base and turns the turmeric paper reddish brown. You can also do it with turmeric solution. Same for litmus paper versus litmus solution. The same thing for turmeric as a natural indicator as well. Now see, I have given a picture for better understanding. See, in case of water, it is neutral, so it remains yellow color only. In case of vinegar, see, it's also remaining yellow. In case of lemonade, it's also yellow. But in case of soap, see, it has turned reddish in color. In case of detergent also, it has somehow turned a little reddish in color. That is because those are bases. The next indicator that we will learn about is China rose. China rose is another natural indicator extracted from China rose petals. You can make this extraction at home also. In an acidic medium, it exhibits dark pink or magenta color, while in a basic medium, it exhibits green color. Have a look at this. This is the indicator. In case of an acidic medium, it turns dark pink or magenta. It is not showing here properly, but it turns dark pink or magenta. And in case of base, it turns greenish in color. How to make China rose solution? If you wish, you can make it. How will you make it? Collect some China rose petals and keep them in a beaker. You can keep it in any bowl or anything in your home. Add some warm water into the beaker or the bowl that in which you are keeping the China rose. After some time, the water becomes colored. Now use this solution as an indicator to test the acidic and basic nature of different substances. It's very easy to prepare. Let us have a look at some of the test solutions on the effect and their effect on China rose solution. Lemon juice is acidic in nature. It makes the solution turn dark red. Vinegar is also acidic in nature. It makes the solution dark red. Detergent and baking soda are basic in nature. So they turn the solution green in color. And orange juice turns the solution dark red because it also contains citric acid. Now there are certain synthetic indicators, as I have already mentioned. Synthetic indicators are made in laboratories. Phenolphthalein and methyl orange are mostly used or most commonly used synthetic indicators. Look into the spellings of phenolphthalein and methyl orange very carefully. Now, what are synthetic indicators? They are not naturally occurring. They are made or prepared in the laboratories. Phenolphthalein in general is colorless. It remains colorless in acidic solution but imparts a pink color in basic solution. It changes the solution into pink color. Methyl orange has originally orange color as going by its name. It turns into red in acidic medium and yellow in basic medium. I have given a pictorial view so that you can understand well. Phenolphthalein is actually colorless. It is colorless in acidic medium, but in basic medium it turns pink in color. And methyl orange is orange in color. It turns red in acidic medium and yellow in basic medium. Now we will have a look at what is acid rain. When the rainwater has increased amounts of acids in it, it is called acid rain. The acid rain is formed because of the presence of air pollutants such as nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide in the air. So what is acid rain? Acid rain is caused when the rainwater has increased amounts of acid in it. Now where are these acids coming from? The acid rain is formed because of air pollutants, the pollution, air pollution that is happening, because all the cars, they give out very harmful smokes and harmful gases such as nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. All of these come together and form the acid rain. These pollutants mix with the rainwater and form acids such as nitric acid. So when nitrogen compounds mix with rainwater, they form nitric acid. When sulfur compounds mix with rainwater, they form sulfuric acid. And when carbon compounds mix with rainwater, they form carbonic acid. So these pollutants mix with rainwater to form acids such as nitric acid, sulfuric acid and carbonic acid respectively. And what is the effect of acid rain? As going by its name, it's very corrosive. It severely affects the vegetation, animal life and even buildings of the region where it falls. An example is Taj Mahal, which was made of marble. It is threatened by the acid rain due to the immense amount of pollution that has taken place in the area, in the region, due to presence of factories and pollutants being released by vehicles. The vegetation has been harmed, the animal life has been harmed and even the buildings are being harmed. This is a picture I have provided of acid rain, in which you can see that the factory is producing a large number of pollutants and the movement of pollutants is taking place in the air. Natural sources are also giving rise to a lot of pollutants, and these pollutants, these gaseous pollutants in the atmosphere are mixing with the water. They are mixing with the cloud water and they are precipitating. They are falling down as rain, and this rain is in turn harming the vegetation. It is harming the animals which are dependent on the vegetation. Not only that, it is also having a huge negative effect on buildings, specifically on marble buildings. Now let us have a look at certain characteristics of acids and bases. See properly the property acids and bases. Now what I want you all to do is to memorize all of these, because you can get questions where we can ask differentiate between acids and bases on the basis of their effect on litmus paper or on their taste or effect on phenolphthalein, etc. So try to memorize all of these points, as all are very important. So property, the taste. In case of acids, as we had learned, the acids are sour in taste and the bases are bitter in taste. B for base, B for bitter. Touch, they are abrasive or rough. You should never touch an acid. They have a very corrosive effect on your skin. So do not ever touch an acid. And in case of bases, if you have touched a soap, it's slippery. Effect on litmus paper, acids turn blue litmus red and bases turn red litmus paper blue. Effect on China rose solution, the acids turn the solution of China rose to dark pink color or magenta, whereas it turns the basic solution to green in color. Effect on turmeric paper, it does not affect turmeric paper, but bases turn the turmeric paper to red in color. Effect on phenolphthalein, acids remain colorless, but bases turn pink. Effect on methyl orange, acids turn red, but bases they turn yellow in color. And solubility means are they soluble in water or not. Most of the acids are soluble in water. Bases may or may not be soluble in water. Remember, we learned about alkalis in the previous video. Now there are certain bases which are can dissolve in water. They are called alkalis, but some bases they do not dissolve in water. That is why we mention that all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. But in case of acids, most of the acids are soluble in water. Now we will stick to this portion for this video. If there are any questions you have pertaining to the portion that we have covered in this video, do not forget to write in the comment section. I will definitely answer or revert as soon as possible. And keep learning your chapters and take care of yourselves. That's it for this video. We will continue the last portion of the chapter in the next video. Take care everyone and have a very good day.